right, everybody. Welcome to my latest video. I'm excited to tell you I just released a plugin. It's called Final Fantasy VI Style Airship for RPG Maker MZ. Now, what this plugin does, and I'll show you how to use it, is it makes the game like Final Fantasy VI Airship style, which is honestly, Final Fantasy VI is my favorite RPG of all time. And we're going to show you how to get a similar effect, the same effect in your RPG Maker games. So I'm going to go ahead and download it now. You can put in here, I don't know, like $500, but I'm just going to say no thanks. Click download. Some handy directions here if you need them. If you get lost, don't be afraid to join the Discord and talk to members of my community or maybe even myself if you need help with the plugin. So it's downloaded here. We're going to go pull that file up. So it's in my downloads right here. And I'm going to go over to RPG Maker. And we're going to make a new map just to show you that I'm starting from scratch. I'm going to call this Airship YouTube video. And then we'll say OK. And while I'm doing that, it's going to make the thing in documents by default. So I'm going to open my documents in new tab. And I'm going to navigate to Airship YouTube video here. So I have this ready to go. So I'm going to pull that back off. And now that we have the game made, I can go over here to downloads. I'm going to open this and here's my plugins. I'm personally just going to grab all three of these, going to push Control Z to copy or right click copy. I'm going to move over to JS in the directory of the game. By the way, your game, if it appears in the documents by default, then it will be in the RMMZ folder, and then you go from there into the folder I just made, which is Airship YouTube video. And then from here, you go to JS for JavaScript and then plugins, and then you can post it in here. And there you have it. I installed those plugins. I'm going to take this Maui parallax file. I'll just cut it. Cut. I'm going to go up, and then to IMG, parallaxes. And then I'm going to either right click and paste here, or I just like to push Control V. So you can see this is a parallax that I already have ready to go that you can use for this map right off the bat. So the first thing, now that we have our project open here, I'm going to go and right click on here and then say load sample map. And I got to pick a world map of some type. I want one with a lot of land. So maybe this snow one will work. This one won't really parallax well. This one is huge. My goodness. I'm going to go with world 1, and then I'll just fill in the ocean with land. That's going to work for me. So we'll click here, and then I'll click OK. So world 1 is my map. It's going to be my default map. I'm going to delete the other one. And now that I have all this, I'm just going to use the paint bucket tool real quick, which is part of the tile tool. So I click the paint bucket tool here, and I'm just going to put land everywhere, just so that I can quickly... Oh, I'm surprised it doesn't fill the whole thing in. So I can quickly land when I use the map and test it out. There we go. That looks good. And I need to put two things in here. I'll put them right over here. I'm going to put in my player. So set starting position, player, and then set starting position, airship. After that is done, I am going to install the plugins. And then we pretty much are off to the races. So here's your plugin list. You just double click here. You grab the plugin that you put in the folder. If you put it in the folder, it should show up here nicely. First, we grab San Analog Movement Tool, which is a Japanese plugin dev. I believe, I don't know, that might be Korean. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And then we're going to grab Ultra Mode 7. So these two plugins here are required for my plugin to work. They are free to use. And make sure whatever projects you do, your license is compatible, but this will work just fine. And in here, finally, last but not least, we're going to add Maui FF6 Airship. Now, right off the bat, I don't have any parameters currently. I may add some later, but for now, I just wanted it to be consistently working. There's a lot of explanation in here, but I will tell you that if you just go ahead and do this, and then the only other thing you have to do is edit the map and add the parallax background, which is the one I gave you. It should be Maui parallax.png, just like that. And you have to put a note in here that is, and this is case sensitive, capital U, ultra, capital M, mode, and 7, and then close the brace, or what are they called? These guys, you know, the ones that look like that. So put that in there, press OK, and it should work perfectly now. Let's give it a shot. Believe it or not, that's not it. I got a couple more things to show you. First off, if you want to change to a darker style, you can say Ultra Mode 7. Instead of just Ultra Mode 7, you say Ultra Mode 7 underscore fade color. Going to be black, right? With all that. And then if I change the map here to a dark map, right? I think Starry Night is the one I usually use. Starlit Sky. There we go. So one is actually the color is on. So I have to go 0, 0, 0 here. Click OK. So let's land. And I'm not done yet. I'm not done. So we got the light color and the dark color. We can also add sprites here. You can grab a big monster. We'll put a dragon in there. Sure. You can grab any of these that are one tile. And if they're not tile, you can make your custom sprite sheet to use bigger things. But right now I'm just doing small stuff. So like, for example, you could grab this thing. And here's a little tower that's broken. So if I start up the airship here, you can see all of these guys are still on the map, right? So you can have a semi 3D effect with the sprites, kind of retro. Interestingly enough, if it's a tile, it doesn't get affected by the fade currently. Not probably going to implement that ever, so you can probably just use character sprites. You can even make them walk if you want. You can show the side of them. You can make them huge. Like if you wanted to make a big tower, like in Final Fantasy VI, like Kefka's tower, or something like that, you can totally do that. It's compatible with all of that, and it looks really great. All right, before I forget, let me just plug my game real quick. If you haven't tried it yet, it's got a lot of really cool stuff. So at the very least, as an RPG Maker dev, you might find it cool to go look at my game and see some of the kind of cool stuff I've done. Also, I have another game that I'm trying to get some wish lists for. It's a top-down Vampire Survivors like. So if you want to check that out, it's called Infinity Pirate. So my RPG is called Familia, and my Vampire Survival style game is called Space Pirate. But also, it's actually called Infinity Pirate now because I had to change the name because of legal stuff. But anyway, hope you liked the video. I will be talking to you later. Aloha from the islands. Hope you like my plugin. Bye-bye. Thank you.